We are in the fifth unit and we are discussing about IPsec protocol. So this is the second part. In the previous part, we have seen the overview of IP security. We have discussed what is tunnel mode and transport mode. We have discussed about what is encapsulation security payload, what is authentication header. Today we are going to discuss about an important topic, which is security association. So we have seen authentication header is one of the protocol. ESP is one of a protocol. It is these two protocols are part of a IPsec protocol. So basically, if you see the IPsec architecture, it's a group of protocols. You can call it as a framework. Okay, it contains IP security policy. You have three main protocols. One is ESP, which is basically if you use ESP, you will get authentication, confidentiality, data integrity, all three. And if you use authentication header, you will get authentication and data integrity. There is no confidentiality in this protocol. Okay, you have even confidentiality in this protocol. So basically, if sender and receiver want to perform some encryption, decryption, you should have some key exchange. So there is a key exchange protocol. This is a protocol of an application layer. Even though this belongs to network layer, this protocol, but IKE belongs to application layer. So this is the overall architecture. We have seen all the three protocols. Today we want to see about an important topic, which is called as security association. So basically, if I am having both sender and receiver, before sending any message, what is the basic requirement is sender and receiver want to send some message, someone want to send the message, someone want to receive the message. What is the basic requirement is we want confidentiality, authentication, data integrity, etc. For that you are going to use IPsec. So before anything, a connection should be established. When a connection is established, it will have a security association. We can call it as security association. And there are two things in security association. Either the security association can be either ESP, or either it can be authentication header. Maybe that security association will use the same IKE, but initially both sender and receiver should first come to an agreement. What is the requirement? Okay, so basically we want confidentiality, authentication and data integrity. The security association will be linked with encapsulating security payload. Okay, ESP. If I want only authentication and data integrity, I'll use authentication header. So security association will be either ESP or authentication header. Okay, so the security association between sender and receiver, definitely it will have some three parameters. Definitely. Okay, so it contains security parameter index. There will be one security parameter index will be there, one unique number, okay, to identify the security association, and you will have the destination address. You have many other security protocol identifiers, etc. So this security association, when the connection is established, which is called as security association, either the security association will be ESP or AH. So if you consider this security parameter index, it's a 32-bit number to identify the connection. Maybe, for example, if a computer is there, with my friend's computer, I can have a IPsec connection which is based on ESP. There can be another friend which is connected with AH. So definitely I should have two different numbers, which is the security parameter index, which will identify uniquely. Okay. So now, if you have the security parameter index, and also you will also have security association database. Okay, you should have a database. Every computer will have a database. So with which computer you have been connected securely using IPsec. Okay, so you will have definitely database, and also every computer will have security policy database, security association database, security policy database also you will be having. These are the two things I'll explain in the next slide. Now coming to this, there are both sender and receiver, A and B. You are having an IP packet. Okay, so it is an outgoing packet from A. That means A want to send to B. So if there is no IPsec connection, generally it will comes to the network layer, source IP, destination IP, and it will keep and will send you data link layer. Okay, but if you are using IPsec between A and B, IPsec connection, a secure connection is established. Already secure connection is established. Okay, now what will happen is there IPsec policy between A and B? If yes, then it will check in the security policy database. It will check in the security policy database. If yes, then it goes to the security association database. In the database, you will have all the things. Maybe what are the different keys, Okay, what are the different algorithms I have to use? Okay, everything will be there. From there, the IPsec processing will be done. So in the security policy database, security association database, what do you have is, you will have what kind of algorithms I have to use, whether it is ESP or AH. Yeah, I have to use ESP or authentication header. If it is ESP, I have to encrypt. What is the secret key? Okay, so if it is authentication header, I have to perform hash and encrypt with the private key. So all these things I'll be processing and I'll send it to the data link layer. Okay, so this is how actually the processing will happen. So initially when a packet is going to be sent from A to B, it will check in the policy whether should I what I have to send to database. For example, I am connected with my company's server, so definitely I might use IPsec. For example, I'm just communicating with my friend, I don't require IPsec. So definitely there will be a security policy database in which first when the packet comes, when the packet comes, I'll check it whether a security association already exists. It will go to the database, retrieve the things, what is the key, how should I encrypt, what algorithm I have to encrypt, all those things, and I'll process it, encrypt it, and attach to the packet IPsec. I'll use the IPsec header and I'll send it to the data link layer. From the data link layer, some header will be added, then it goes to the physical layer and directly it goes to the B. Okay, this is the outgoing processing. Now coming to the inbound processing, that means a packet is coming to B from A to B. So first I'll be checking the packet whether IPsec header is there or not. If the IPsec header is not there, I'll just remove network header and I'll send it to the before layer. Okay, so like that. So first I'll check for the IPsec header. If the IPsec header is there, definitely from the security association database, I'll check whether that, see, already you will have SPI, security parameter index. According to security parameter index, I'll use SPI because my computer B might have many connections. Maybe with A it has an IPsec connection with ESP. Maybe with C I can have a connection with authentication header. Maybe with D it might not have any connection, IPsec connection. So if it comes with D, this database will not be, it won't search in the database, it will directly process it. Okay, but if there is a IPsec connection, it will check in the database and it will go to the policy and it will process the things. Processing means maybe it will check, if it is encrypted, it will decrypt. If someone has done if there is a data integrity, it will check for data integrity, it will check for authentication and then process the packet. It will retrieve the original packet and send it to the previous layer. Hope you have understood this. Okay, so basically what you have to understand in the overall view is, basically there are two protocols, ESP or authentication header. Okay, you can use either, a security association can use either of them. Okay, so when you establish a security connection, security association, it will be either ESP you can or either authentication. If you want both, you can have two security associations between the computers. Sometime I don't require confidentiality, I want to send to my friend, so I might use authentication header. Sometimes I want authentication and confidentiality also, then I have to use another ESP. So I might have two security associations. So definitely from computer A to computer B, I can have two IPsec connections, that is two security associations. These security associations can be identified easily by using security parameter index, which is called as SPI. Okay, so then this is how you will be processing. Already we have seen this. So you have two things, security association database and security policy database. Okay, these two are important. What I have to do will be there in security policy database. Okay, and you can also combine security associations. You can also have a combination of security associations. So this is how you can combine. So now for example, this is one of the host and this is one of the host. Now they both, for example, this is A and this is B. They can have a security association. What is security association? That means they can agree on ESP. They both can agree on ESP and it will have a security parameter index. So now when you send the packet, it comes to the gateway. From gateway to gateway, there can be another security. That means if you take the packet here, there will be two IPsec headers. 2 times encryption will be done, 2 times authentication will be done. Okay, so you can combine the secure test sessions. So from host to host, one secure test session, from gateway to gateway, another secure session. So here there will be only one IPsec header where it goes to the gateway or the router. From router to router there can be another IPsec connection. That means again another header will be added. Like that, the another header will be added, and from here one header will be deleted, and at that then header will be deleted. So if you have two computers can have two secure test sessions. For example, if you come here, I can have one secure test session and I can have another secure test session. Depending upon situation I can use. For example, I have two applications, and even my receiver is also having two applications. When I'm sending from one application 1 to application 2, which is on the other person, I require confidentiality. So definitely for that I'll use ESP. But for example, if I am sending application 3 to application 4, I don't require confidentiality. I require only authentication. I can use another secure test session. Depending on the application, for example, if I'm using bank applications, I require confidentiality, authentication and data integrity. Definitely I'll use ESP. At some particular cases, I don't require confidentiality. I require only authentication. So definitely between two computers, I can have multiple security sessions. Sometimes host to host, there might not be any IPsec connection, but from gateway to gateway, router to router, you can have a secure test session. Hope you have understood this. So sometimes a host can have, from host to host, you can have an IPsec connection. From host to gateway, you can have another IPsec connection. That means here only maybe two IPsec headers will be there. Here one header will be removed, and here another header will be removed. Hope you understood this overall IP security. Thank you.